Hi everyone, and welcome to Tink Moments. Today I'm going to talk to you about my wheelchair that you've seen in a couple of my videos. And why am I going to talk to you about that? What does it have to do with travel? Well, that's what we're going to find out today. Okay, today we're going to be taking a look at the FoldaWheel. The FoldaWheel is a wheelchair that will fold down to the size of a suitcase. It can be put on a plane with your regular luggage, or you can drive it right up to the runway for the plane and take it on down to entry, and they can fold it up and keep it on the plane for you so it's ready when you're ready to get off. This also works for the boat, as you saw in our tour of the Disney Wonder, where I was able to drive it right up to check-in and right onto the boat. So let's go ahead and dive in and take a closer look. Okay, here are the controls. You've got the power on, the horn, and the increasing and decreasing for the speed. 1 is a good inside operating speed, and 2 to 3 is a safe outdoor operating speed. The simple control for the joystick: if you go to the right, obviously it'll turn to the right. If you go to the left, it will turn to the left, and you can see that there's a 0 turn radius. And if you want to move forward, push the joystick forward and back to go back. I do advise looking back over your shoulder, unlike I'm doing, so you don't run into anybody or anything. To aid with moving in and out of the chair, there's a lever on the side of each armrest that, once turned, allows the armrest to be lifted completely up and out of the way. This is also nice when you want to pull up to a table. The armrests don't get in the way. For the footrest, if you want that one to be moved out of the way, all you have to do is fold it up. When transferring in and out of the chair, you are able to stand on the footrest without the chair tipping over. It remains fully balanced. This is not only true for pixie-sized individuals, but for full-grown adults as well. As you can see, with my husband stands up, the chair stays nice and balanced. This was a huge improvement from my previous chair. When doing research prior to the transition, we also were wanting an upgrade in the wheels. First, improve the comfort of the ride, and second, to prevent the issue of getting stuck in a rut or in a grate. That is why we chose a chair with large front casters made of rubber and large air-filled rear tires. The red levers on each side are used to engage and disengage the motors. When disengaged, the chair moves freely and can be pushed, which is great if the batteries ever die. When engaged, they work well as a braking system, only allowing movement when the driver is using the joystick. One of my most absolute favorite things about this chair is this Case Logic wheelchair bag that didn't even come with the chair. As you can see, it has a bungee cord on the bottom that, as you can also see, will prevent somebody from being able to grab the bag. Inside the area where I just pulled the bag out of, there is a nice compartment where you can put stuff underneath the removable bag. And on the outside, there are 3 compartments. One here on the side to hold a cell phone. On the other side, there's a place for your water bottle. And on the back where I have the wings painted, it's a nice little compartment to slide note papers and whatnot into. Inside the removable bag, there is 2 zipper compartments, and each zipper has one of these large hand pulls on it. That way you're not having to fumble and work your fingers on the small little zipper handles. My least favorite part of this chair is this mechanism that holds the controller to the armrest. No matter how hard I push on this lever, it just will not stay in place. When rating this wheelchair, this thing alone will cause it to lose a star. The reason for this mechanism, however, is a good one. If you notice that when it is completely unscrewed, you can remove the joystick from the armrest. This will allow you to either put it in the bag for safekeeping when you're folding the wheelchair up, or it can be placed on the other handrail. So if you would prefer to drive left-handed, you can have it on the left-hand side. The seat cushion is attached with Velcro and can be removed to be turned or removed to be cleaned. The backrest on this, you will notice that there's a divot near the top. That is because there's a handle that can be raised or lowered when being used as a manual wheelchair. The FoldaWheel Wheelchair. This is like my 10th time trying to do this. Say FoldaWheel Wheelchair 10 times fast. You're not going to be able to do it, I promise. It's made of rolled aluminum, so it is strong, but it's lightweight. As you saw, it has an undercarriage storage bag. There's also enough room to store 3 lithium batteries. Mine currently has got 2, which gives me, I'm guessing, because we ran it for 12 hours straight and it still didn't die, I'm guessing it's going to give you about a good 16 hours worth of drive time. And the batteries, you can take them on an airplane. You just have to unplug them and take them to your seat with you. You cannot leave them in the wheelchair itself. The silver cylinders with the black caps that you see on the wheels, those are the brushless motors. There's one for each of the back wheels. So that's how you can get that 0 radius turn, is because you can make one wheel operate at a time. And we're going to move around to the front, and we're going to take a look at what is inside the storage bag. Currently, we have got the non-tip wheels. I call them my training wheels. And we've got a battery charger. And what else is in there? We have a toolkit. The toolkit does come standard with the wheelchair. And these are all the tools that you would need to do any work on the wheelchair. So every bolt size, every Allen wrench size is there inside of that tool bag. The battery charger, they do recommend that when you're plugging it in, first of all, you should plug it in at least once a week, whether you have driven it or not, and give it a good 12-hour charge. If you are driving it on a regular basis, charge it after each time that you drive it. And the training wheels, the non-tip wheels, I'm going to show you how those go onto the back. The benefit for having these is if you are going up a steep ramp or you happen to need to get up onto a curb, if the chair tilts back suddenly, it's not going to flip over because you have these non-tip or training wheels on the back. Very easy to install. You can see it won't tip over, even if my husband's toe wasn't there. Now let's take a look at the batteries and how easy they are to unhook and slide out. There's 1 and 2, and those cords that are on the top have a quick disconnect to be able to remove them, and that's all there is to it. Now let's see how easy it is to fold the chair up. You unflip the hook that's in the back, and then from the front, you're going to reach right underneath the seat, grab the bar, and pull up. And it's folded and ready to go. And he's showing off how light it is to pick up. Once it's all folded, you can either push it or turn it and pull it.
Go away, go away, go away, go away.
Let's take a look at the FoldaWheel all folded up. Now the FoldaWheel that I got did come with a travel cover, which if you wanted to check it at the airport, you could put the travel cover over it and it would be able to be protected from the bumping. And what's easier than the way that we close this up is how we open it up. It's even quicker with a little snap and it's ready to go. All you have to do is lock the clip in the back into place. So the question of what does this have to do with travel, I have found that the compact lightweight design of this wheelchair makes it great for a travel wheelchair. That way you don't have to worry about how it's going to fit on the plane. And when you get a taxi, you don't have to worry about getting a special taxi because this will fold right down and fit in the trunk of the taxi. Also, this is good for short trips to the grocery store and getting around in your hotel or at home because it will fit through most regular doorways. And let's look at how easy it comes out of, and then we'll go back into the trunk of a Pontiac Sunfire. Okay, everybody, let me apologize first for the wind. That's what happens when you're outside. But that's going to wrap up everything for the FoldaWheel for today. Before I end, I'd like to give a shout out to Eric and his dad. I hope you guys had a great time on your Disney cruise. If you have any questions or comments about the FoldaWheel, go ahead and leave those down in the comment section below. Otherwise, go ahead and find that subscribe button wherever I placed it. Give it a click, and if you like the video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. I'll see you guys out there.